Alex Hamilton, ALEX-HAMILTON, Senior Emergency Planning Officer, New South Wales Maritime. So today we're undertaking the final pieces of removal from the rock shelf at Crackneck Point from the 5 containers that washed ashore on the 28th of May. So this is a part of the APL England container loss incident where 50 containers were lost overboard. These containers that have washed up here were originally were a stack of 5 that were originally located via aerial surveillance. A tug was deployed from Newcastle to retrieve the containers whilst they were still floating, and unfortunately during the night the containers were washed up onto the rock shelf and subsequently broke apart. Contractors have been working in the area for about 2 weeks, removing as much of the debris and pieces of container as they can via barge and carrying it out. And today we're seeing the final pieces of container removed via helicopter, the largest piece being an end section which weighs approximately 900 kilos. So a lot of the aviation components are all managed by the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, and so they're looking after the helicopter safety aspects. However, the wider response is being managed by New South Wales Maritime with assistance from National Parks and Wildlife as the land manager for the national park there. We've got contractors on site, so we've had to set up an exclusion zone on the land to stop anyone walking into the area of operation, and similarly on the water. Obviously slinging heavy 900 kilo loads by helicopter, there's obviously a safety aspect that needs to be considered, and making sure that no one's in that exclusion zone other than the pilot and the helicopter ground crew. The guys have been working the rock shelf, the contractors have been working the rock shelf for the last several weeks, picking up all the insulated foam and pieces of the container that have broken apart. So we're fairly confident that they've got the vast majority of debris, and we'll keep continuing to monitor that area just to make sure that there's no further debris coming ashore that may have been in the water column. And they're also sending divers out just to pick up any loose pieces of rubbish when the sea conditions allow. This incident has seen debris scattered from Tea Gardens, Hawk's Nest area in the north, all the way down to about Shoalhaven Heads in the south. The biggest area that we found containers though was off on the New South Wales Central Coast, and of the 50 containers that were lost overboard, 15 have been recovered, and this is the last of those 15 that are being removed from the water today.
Sweet.
The ongoing termination plan and monitoring will continue for at least 12 months. We're hoping that today will be the last of the larger scale operations unless we see any further containers coming ashore. We've continued to undertake aerial surveillance flights, both New South Wales Maritime and the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, and to look at areas to see if any further containers are likely to come ashore. The problem is the refrigerated containers may stay submerged or semi-submerged for some period of time and may come ashore in the future. And if that's the case, then we will respond accordingly and get them removed as efficiently as possible.
Well, they are ex-military helicopters.